Top of the key is Jokic. Jokic has it at the point for three. Good! Oh, man, is that large. 112 to 109 Denver. Left side of the midcourt circle is Murray. Brings it back out over to the right side. He's guarded by Shepherd. Has his back to the rim. Gets a high pick from Jokic. Moves off of that through the window to Joker. Kick out three. Jones. Yeah! Spencer Jones puts the Nuggets up by 7 in overtime. Long rebound out over Bruce Brown. 2 seconds left. One, and there's the horn. The 4-game home losing streak is over. Jokic and Valanciunas foul out of the game. Denver wins it against Houston in overtime, 128 to 125.
Jokic, the 7-foot Serbian, had a very high IQ. And if you ever saw him, you would have to say it's true. All of the other players used to laugh and call him names. They didn't think that Joker could throw a pass like that in games. Then one colder December Eve, Coach, he came to say, Joker, with your game so bright, won't you lead my team tonight? Then how the players loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Joker, the 7-foot Serbian, you're the 3-time MVP.
Oh, we're all just making songs nowadays here at altitude. Vic Lombardi getting in on the game. First it was Colorado Wagon. Now it's the Merry Yokemas song. I don't know what you call that. Merry Yokemas, everybody. It's the Boxing Day of Yokemas. Because yesterday was Yokemas. It's the day after. It's, man, we get to reflect on last night. That was a good game. I'm Mark Springer. I am in for Brett Kane this morning alongside Steve Nelson. It is 6 in the morning. Glad to have you all along here on this Tuesday a.m. Yes, Yokemas was yesterday. It was December 15th, the 9-year anniversary of Michael Malone, may he rest in peace. Is Michael Malone still alive? Yeah, he's got great hair. He's on ESPN.
I was going to say his hairline's been resurrected. My theory is that his hair's no longer falling out because he doesn't have to corral MPJ and get him to shut the hell up on every podcast.
He was pulling his hair out.
Exactly.
And now he can goose fraba and take a deep breath. And now he's got hair again. And yeah, December 15th, 2016, against Portland. I was told it was Houston yesterday, that it was all serendipitous that they were playing the Rockets last night. But no, it was the Portland Trailblazers that they beat at home. Danilo Gallinari recently retired, led the team with 27 points. Jokic led the team with 27 points the game before in a loss in Dallas. And so Malone was like, all right, this dude's starting. You're going to go for 27. He led the team in scoring a couple times before that in 2016. And Malone said, you're in. Nurk, hit the pine. That night, Nikola Jokic did only play 19 minutes. Only scored 13 points. 9 years later on Yokemas, a game-high 39 points for Nikola Jokic. 15 rebounds, 10 assists, another triple-double. He wakes up. He's up right now listening to this show, and he's already got a triple-double. Jokic rolls out of bed and gets himself a triple-double. But I thought the story of the game last night, I thought it was Jamal Murray. And because Jokic is great. And I mean, how can you undersell 39, 15, and 10? It's a great line. But Murray was great. Over 50% from the field, 9 of 17 shooting, 3 of 5 from 3. 14 of 15 from the free throw line was Jamal Murray. He missed a free throw down the stretch that could have won that game in regulation when you look back on it, all said and done. Nuggets missed four free throws in the fourth quarter of that game. And the game did go to overtime. It does go to overtime on a free throw, though, because Houston took a late lead on an Alperen Şengün little floater in the lane. He's matched up on Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones had a very good game, hit a couple big threes late, which is not his forte, but you do need to be able to hit those open corner looks in the NBA if you're going to get consistent minutes. Spencer Jones got 41 minutes last night and hit a couple of clutch threes late. Jokic trusting him on one of them, and Jokic sees the open man. He's like, all right, here it is. And Spencer Jones came through. There was a flurry of threes from both sides late in this game. Looked like the Nuggets were going to win on a three, and then Houston would tie it, whether it was Reed Shepherd or Kevin Durant. But the Nuggets, Jokic hit one, Spencer Jones hit a three. But ultimately, a missed free throw from Jamal Murray let Şengün go to work on Spencer Jones down low, who's a good, that's his thing, his defense. He's a sturdy defender, sturdy wing defender. He's a little undersized in a matchup with Şengün, who is baby Jokic. There's, on Yokmis, Alperen Şengün out of Turkey, an Eastern European guy going up against another Eastern European guy. And Şengün's damn good. He doesn't quite have the outside shot that Jokic does, but a lot of his game is similar to Jokic's. 33 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists for Şengün last night. He got a triple-double as well. I mean, he's an unheralded name. People are starting to learn about him. He's very good. It's part of the reason Kevin Durant wanted to go to Houston, along with Jabari Smith and Amen Thompson and Reed Shepherd finally getting some good run here in his second season. Those were all high draft picks. Man, if Aaron Gordon plays, that's probably your matchup on Şengün in that moment, and it might go a little bit differently. No offense to Spencer Jones, but Aaron Gordon probably does a better job bodying up Şengün there, but Şengün hits the shot, and then Nuggets have they call timeout, inbound the other way, and Tim Hardaway cuts to the top of the three-point area, trying to get open for an inbounds pass from Jamal Murray, who was the inbounder, and he got tripped up. Or did he? It was challenged by the Rockets, whether or not he was actually tripped. And initial looks at the replay show that maybe Tim Hardaway kind of tripped over himself, but no, there is an angle where you can see shin-on-shin contact is very light. Enough to uphold it, not enough to overturn it. Since it's on the inbound, technical free throw. Jamal Murray got his redemption, hit the free throw, and Nuggets would get an ensuing inbound. Jokic would miss a three. It missed. They went to overtime. Tim Hardaway. I mean, it was five dudes last night because Peyton Watson got hurt in this game. It was like clutching his side. He hurt his side early in this game. So that would be unfortunate if Peyton Watson only played 6 minutes last night. Has to miss any time with injury because they're already without Aaron Gordon and Christian Braun. Although it appears that after Christmas, Christian Braun's likely to be back and Aaron Gordon might not be far behind. But for the next 9 or so days, 9, 10 plus days, if they're without Peyton Watson, that could hurt a little bit. So, Tim Hardaway Jr. got 40 minutes off the bench. Bruce Brown got 27 minutes off the bench. Bruce Brown had a really nice steal on a Kevin Durant pass in this game for a layup the other way. It was his only points of the game. Bruce Brown is not the impact player that he was when the Nuggets won a title, but he's still scrappy out there. He did pull down 9 rebounds and had 4 dimes. So, he did impact the game despite not being as productive as he has been. Did have the closeout on the final look of the game in overtime from Şengün and got the rebound and did not get fouled, dribbled that ball out. Jonas Valanciunas only played 14 minutes in this game because he fouled out early portion of the fourth quarter. He picked up his 6th foul. Jonas had a good game in his 14 minutes, 8 points, 4 of 5 from the field. He's good. I mean, he is the best backup center that Jokic has had. Mason Plumlee would be the next best. I'm not going to count Nurkic in those early days when Jokmiss was a thing. I do wonder, and we did see last night some moments where Jokic and Valanciunas were on the floor together, and especially with how undermanned they are. And the Rockets are a bigger, lengthier team with some size. And a lot of teams in the NBA are like that if they won't go to that more, and if they wouldn't have gone to that Twin Tower combo late in this game had he not fouled out. And if it's Jonas bodying up Şengün on that, what could have been game-winning shot before the foul and the technical free throw that tied it up and sent it to overtime, if Jonas wouldn't have, done a better job on Şengün, and I'm not hating on Spencer Jones. He hits a couple of clutch threes. He's a scrappy defender, had 2 steals. He can, he's got those.
Spencer Jones!
Tell him, Kaz. 2 steals, 3 block shots from Spencer Jones. But, if that's you're undersized, and Jokic is not necessarily a rim protector. Jokic did have 2 block shots last night. He did try to, there were moments where he was throwing his jumping skills around. We know they're not elite, but it's an undersized lineup. Aaron Gordon does give them some size and athleticism. Not that he's huge or anything, but now that their hand has been forced a little bit, they might need to go Jokic, Valanciunas on the floor more here for the next few games. If Peyton Watson especially is going to miss time, and Peyton Watson can get up and he can block shots too. So we'll see what happens, what the update is on Peyton Watson here. But nice win for the Nuggets, and I thought Jamal Murray was excellent. He misses that free throw in crunch time, but 14 of 15 from the line, 12 of 13 going into overtime. You missed one. You missed 1 out of 15, and it could have potentially cost your team. Like, that would have been a tough pill to swallow. He was excellent shooting, very efficient, had a great game. And to me, that's just the basketball gods said, no, we're not going to let this end on 1 missed free throw from Jamal Murray. And he did hit the one that really counted, that technical free throw. Had the first 2 buckets of overtime. Jamal really, to me, was the difference in the game last night, and continues to make his case to make his first All-Star team, to play for Team World. He was the, was it NBA or Western Conference Player of the Week? Either way, got his first weekly award recently. That gets you on the national radar, on the NBA pundit radar. Everyone sees that stuff. So Jamal Murray was excellent last night on Jokmiss, and Jokic was great as well. All right, let's play some audio here. DMac asking Nikola Jokic about Jokmiss.
Nikola, today's Jokmiss, does that mean anything to you?
I cannot stand. Oh my god. Who was it? Whose idea was that?
His album. You guys are killing me.
Is it?
Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll let you go on that. Thanks, Joker.
Thank you guys.
Jokic doesn't like talking about Jokic. You think he wants a holiday named after him? Hell no. No, if it was up to Jokic, he would just fade off into the abyss and no one would ever talk about him.
Who was it? Whose idea was that?
Until it was time to play a game, then he'd show up and he'd play very well and also work his ass off the court. I mentioned the 15 free throws from Jamal Murray. Nuggets shot 33 free throws last night, 27 to 33, 82% from the free throw line. Rockets got 26 free throws, were 19 of 26, 73% from the line. So yeah, the Nuggets missed 4 in the fourth quarter, but overall they win the free throw battle. And in a tight game like this, I think the overall numbers, the larger sample size reigns supreme, and the deserving team won. And especially consider, like, this Rockets team is healthy. Like Fred VanVleet's the only player out, and he's going to be out all year. He's been out all year. So that's their squad. That's what they roll with. Nuggets don't have Gordon and Brown and lost Peyton Watson early in this game. And yes, it's on their home court, but the Nuggets had struggled at home coming into last night's. They were 6-4. They're now 7-4. The Rockets were slight road favorites in this game. So it's a very impressive win for Denver, regardless of getting 7 more free throws, and they hit it a better clip from the line, so therefore they deserved to win. It was a whistle-happy game. Ime Udoka was upset with the officiating after the game. Now, there was a sequence late in the first half where Alperen Şengün thought he got fouled a couple times. Maybe on the first one, his arm got touched as he went up for a shot around the rim, but I think it was Jokic defending, and they just deemed that he got all ball and stripped it, but Şengün throws his hands in the air like, what? That's not a foul? Then there was an ensuing rebound where Şengün puts a shot up, and he cries for a foul. I didn't see anything on that one, but Şengün's big mad. Nuggets go and score on the other end. Now there's a whistle, and Şengün is barking at the refs, and Ime Udoka is barking at the refs, and they both got teed up. So that kind of set a tone for the Rockets' feel for the rest of this game, thinking that they got jobbed. What's funny is that there was a moment in the second half of this game where Jokic is inbounding the ball on the baseline, and a Rockets player had some length. Maybe it was Jabari Smith, maybe it was Amin Thompson. It was a Rockets player with some length to him. Jokic is kind of fake. He's fake passing the inbound, and it gets a Rockets player to bite, and he puts his hand over the line as he's trying to deflect the inbound pass. Jokic recognizes this and just simply, Jokic has yet to pass the ball. Ball has been in his hand the whole time, and he just touches the Rockets player hand with the ball. And then he looks at the ref and he says, hey, and it's obvious that this Rockets player's arm and hand is well over the line, and that's illegal. You cannot do that. In fact, it's a technical free throw the other way. And the refs are just like, nah, whatever. Like, I don't even know if they knew that rule. Jokic did, because Jokic's basketball IQ is off the chart. So I could look both ways in this game towards the officiating. The crew chief last night was Zach Zarba. He's a longtime NBA official, one of the more well-known names. Has been reffing in the NBA since 2004. He's reffed in 11 NBA finals. If you watch NBA basketball, National Basketball Association basketball, you know Zach Zarba. He's got decent hair. Well, Ime Udoka, after the game, went off on Zach Zarba and his crew.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, just in general, I think it's poorly officiated game I've seen in a long time. Two have no business being out there, and the crew chief is acting starstruck. So you're seeing all kind of inconsistent calls, and I'm sure we should have got a few more texts.
What do you say to your team when a game is being called the way that it was tonight?
Keep being who we are. We're not going to adjust to poor officials. So we're going to do what we do, and hopefully they can adjust and call it the right way.
The crew chief was starstruck. A guy who's been officiating since 2004 and 11 NBA finals. He was just like, oh my God, I can't believe Nikola Jokic is out there.